Guess what time it is? Come on, YouTube, guess. It's WFO. Eighmey contract and Tuesday night Truck Series time. But if you look at the screen, we're at Legacy Texas Motor Speedway tonight. That's right, throwback track. No throwback overlays tonight, though, but throwback track, so no fire in the overlays. It's not there. Maybe if I get time, I'll feed it back in there, but I don't know. It's a lot to keep this thing going week in and week out, and a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So a lot of stuff going on in my life, period, that I just don't have time to put the fire in, Macaulay. I guess I could shut these setups down, this overlay down, and put the old one up if I wanted to. I do have that ability, but I don't feel like it. I already started this one. I'm too damn lazy to go back and do it again. So we got a car going around there. Not sure which one yet. Yeah, sometimes life gets in the way on us. Hey, Bill. Early start for you. We got about 52 seconds before we go green flag racing here tonight. And we're at the best version of Texas right here. The legacy version, much, much better.
The correct version.
It's the correct version. You're absolutely right. Hey, Garrison. Hi, Cindy. Daniel, welcome all of you to the stream here tonight. It's going to be a good one. I can tell you that. I don't know how else to put it, but it'll be a good one, won't it, Macaulay?
It will be. It's fast. It'll be good.
Definitely fast. So we'll see that tonight. We're going to see who. They've had a few days of practice too, haven't they, Macaulay?
We have. There's been multiple practices, about a week and a half worth of time to practice. 5-hour practice last night. Plenty of time to practice.
Hi, Diana. Hi, Denise. Welcome to the stream tonight. And I think we're lining up now, Macaulay.
We are, and I guess I'll go say hi to everybody now, but I can't see the chat.
I'm going to reset my timing and scoring like I do every week. And get to the front of the field here as they start to line up and try to find a camera that'll work for me. So let's go with the starting grid. P1 tonight. You know him. You voted for him for driver of the day enough times. That's the 31 of Richard Holland. To his outside in second, though, look at that. Larry Dickerson in the 15 truck. Pretty good lap for Larry there. I think the number might be wrong tonight, though, Macaulay. So starting third, you got the 00 of Nick Hunt. In his outside in fourth, you're going to find that 10 truck of Just Rick, or Rick Fagone. Starting fifth tonight, man, watch out for that driver. He's always fast. That's the 7 of Benjamin Lacey. And to his outside in sixth, you're going to find a 20 of Kyle Stewart. Starting seventh tonight, 29 of Matthew McMeekin. And to his outside in eighth is going to be the number 6 of LZ Daly. So Dan White is going to be starting the 99, or Dan Witt, not White. This guy's been racing here long enough. I should make that mistake no more, Macaulay, but I do. But
it happens.
Dan Witt in the 99 starting ninth, and his outside in 10th, Vernon Markheim. Back here with the 23 truck. And a good-looking paint on that 9 machine right there. That 9 truck is starting in the 11th position. That's Dylan Bryant. In his outside in 12th, there's a bootlegger, Tommy Haynes. 13th tonight, John T. Wimbish in the 56, and then 14th, Todd Cleveland in the 55. 15th is going to be the 24 of Dakota Floyd, and his outside in 16th, none other than right here in the booth, Michael Macaulay. 17th tonight, you'll find a man that needs no introduction. That's Hal Eighmey right there in the 3 truck. And to his outside in 18th, you'll find 86 of John Sanu. 19 tonight, Michael Osno, driving a 33, also known as DMS, and his outside in 20th. It's going to be the 75 of Chuck Sweeting. 21st, the 70 of Burt Wilson, and his outside in 22nd, the 63 truck of Glenn Jamison. And with that, we are green flagging racing at Legacy Texas Motor Speedway here tonight for 125 laps of some of the best racing action iRacing action that you're going to catch on YouTube. 31, top starting spot on the gas pedal. Trying to maintain the lead, but it might be a battle. That 00 truck. Oh, he gets a little bit loose, so right in front of the field, and now loose again, and little contact with the 7 of Benjamin Lacey, 00 going down pit road through the grass. And that Pepsi machine having a little bit of problems there. I think the only one that got caught up in that, though, was the 7. We're going to stay green flag and racing and get back to the front of the field here. That's going to open up a little bit more advantage for that 31 truck of Richard Holland. 69 of Larry Dickerson in that second position now, and he's got the 10 of just Rick. Not too far behind him. I'm going to see how far back the 7 went. Oh, he's going to fall all the way back to the 14th position. And there's damage on the truck, so the 7 machine's got damage on it, and man, we know that guy's fast week in and week out, and you hate to see that. Well, I think in defense of that we say good night at the end. Right, Macaulay?
I don't know what the chat says, but yeah, we say that at the end.
Right. We hope everyone is having a good night so far, but we're not going to say good night till the end. Getting back up towards the front inside the top 10 here. Watching that 9 truck of Dylan Bryant, the 56 right there, John T. Wimbish. That's your 8th and 9th positions. It looks like the 55 of Todd Cleveland's going to be rounding out the top 10, but he's not real far ahead of that bootlegger right there, the 17 of Tommy Haynes. There's a Stars and Stripes truck up there in a battle. That's the 29, Matthew McMeekin. This is a battle for the top 5. You got the 6 of LZ Daly. Driver of that 6 truck, another strong start here this week at Texas Motor Speedway. And I know for a few of these drivers, this is a home track. And I know for LZ Daly and the 6 it is. I know for the 00, Nick Hunt, we've seen him have problems. Home track for him. Home track for DMS. That's right, Michael Osno. Sitting back in the 20th position, though, in the 33 truck right now. But that's not at the back. That right, McCauley? He's got a couple behind him here.
Yep.
23 of Vernon Markheim in 21st, and unfortunately for the 00, he's going to be a few laps down right now. So the 00 of Nick Hunt. Home track for that driver as well. Lead change at the front, and I missed it. 69 truck of Larry Dickerson powering by the 31, taking the lead here. Lap 8, your top 4. You could throw a blanket out there, whether or not it landed on the top 4 or just landed on the racetrack or in the pits. Well, that's a different story. Could you cover him with a blanket? Probably not, but a big enough tarp, you certainly could. Hell, big enough tarp, McCauley, you could cover the whole freaking field.
Yeah.
And while we're started, where is Nation 01? Is the mothership hovering over Legacy, Texas? Let's find out when we hit the mothership camera, and absolutely. It's been, 4 races in a row now, McCauley, that the mothership's been hovering?
I want to say so.
Is it blocking out the sun? That's the question.
Not yet. He didn't get to that spot.
So they ain't got to the spot where they're blocking out the sun yet. So looking right up at this lead battle. 31, putting a little bit of pressure back on the 69, but is it going to be enough? How big's the draft, Macaulay? Can you tell me that?
Oh, it's huge.
So you can draft up to the guy in front of you?
Yeah, you can draft up pretty quick.
So we go back to 5th. We're going to find the 6 truck of LZ Daly, but he's getting a little pressure right now from Dan Witt in the 99. I can't remember what that 99 truck says on the back of it. I think it says it's for sale. For sale, Macaulay said. Yep, there it is. BR 549. Well, hello yourself there, Desiree. How are you doing? Get up front there to 2nd place. Taking a look at the 31 truck right now. Actually, a couple of teammates here in 2nd and 3rd. You go back to 3rd, you got the 10 truck of Just Rick. That's all we're going by anymore is Just Rick. And I think we may have a battle for the lead again. So let's get up and check that out for a second here. It looked like Holland may have had a little bit of a position there, but the 69 truck said not today. Or not this lap. Dickerson, though, having a solid run here. If you're not saying nothing about him, then that means that feller's in big trouble. And I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to get caught in the same situation. I don't think it's fair for anybody to get caught in the same situation as Nation 01.
Nope, that's not safe.
Not unless you want probed consistently by aliens. But he's graduated. He's like the alien prober now.
I think he's their leader.
I think he is too. I mean, how do you think we got this camera right here, the mothership? That's what I've named the camera, by the way, now. If I click mothership, Macaulay, it hovers above the track. Looking back here, though, round 6 position. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, all right here together still. Starting with the 9 of Dylan Bryant, 56 of John T. Wimbish, the bootlegger, in the 17. 55 of Todd Cleveland, rounding out the top 10s. The 99 right there, Dan Witt. He's got a little bit of company, though. That might be McMeekin right there in the 29 truck. Yeah, that would be bad too, wouldn't it, Daniel? Can you imagine that? Nation showing up at your doorstep. Hi, Emily. What would you do, Macaulay, if you got a knock on the door and it's Nation?
I'd probably try to run as fast as I can.
Looking to see where this separation's at. There's a separation between 3rd and 4th. But I think the bigger ones when you get back to 5th place right here. It's actually when you get to 6th because LZ Daly hanging on to the top 5, doing a great job wheeling that 6 truck around here tonight. Slam the door. That's right. Slam it. Hard, Macaulay. Actually, get your gun. We'll go with get your gun first.
I'll just give them $5 to get a quarter pounder.
Good point, Macaulay. Best answer yet. Hand them $5, tell them to go get a quarter pounder. And Diana said it best, shows up at her door, she's going to whip his ass, Macaulay.
I like that one.
She's just going to whip that ass. Well, I'll tell you one place he won't show up, Diana. That's right here in the broadcast booth. He might show up at someone's door, but it ain't going to be the broadcast booth, is it, Macaulay?
Nope. That's a rare sighting now.
It is a rare sighting. You see Nation come in, and it's rare. I'm telling you. But in Nation's defense, oh no, did Osno have some problems? DMS back there or what? There's damage, pretty heavy damage to the right side of the number 33 machine, and I know this isn't the Texas showing he wanted. Home track for this driver. DMS wouldn't take his bet of $10 if Nation would show up. So DMS, well, I don't blame him. Would you bet $10 that Nation would show up at any of these, McCauley?
Nope, I wouldn't.
I think it's been like the past 3 or 4 races now, Diana. It's going back a little bit. He's purposely avoiding the broadcast, and I have a sneaky suspicion it's because he knows you're mad at him. If he gets a couple of the couple people that watch the broadcast mad, Nation will not show up, and we got pit stops going on later on pit road 69. Dickerson, he's going to bring one behind him. I think that's the 20 of Kyle Stewart right behind him there. Not right behind him, but yep, that is the 20 of Stewart. So a couple of these guys coming to pit road here. LZ Daly in the 6s on pit road. Dan Witt, Benjamin Lacey. So a lot of drivers coming to pit road here. 3 truck of Hal Eighmey. 00s, a few laps down there. So back at the front, now the leaders are pitting. 31 Richard Holland, 10 truck of Just Rick. Yeah, and sometimes we're not even broadcasting 2 hours later, Daniel. That's the problem there. And he'll show up when we end the broadcast. He'll come in the Discord room and oh, I know, Diana, but you can't admit that. You got to be mad. Macaulay's mad at him all the time. Ain't you, Macaulay?
Nation?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Macaulay stays mad at him. I'm not mad at him anymore. I just give up on him, Diana. Isn't there a song like that, Macaulay? Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Oh, there is.
There it is right there. They wrote that song about Nation. Say something or WFO's giving up on you. Right, Macaulay?
Yep, that's 100% right.
So we're going to see how this all shakes out, but I think the 69 machine's going to retain the lead after the green flag pit stop, the round of green flag pit stops here. Lap 25 of 125. That means we're going to have a 100-lap shootout here at Texas tonight. Shit. Might be 105 or 110 laps. We don't know, do we, Macaulay?
No, but who set that up?
I don't know. I think you set it up, but you probably went off the website and some stupid fucker put 125 laps right on the website. So I think I'm going to go cut them down definitely probably next week and the week after and week after that, but.
Could have been 25.
You won't hear me argue about it. Just make it a quick one. So 31's falling back a little bit off the 69 now, about 0.3 of a second back there to the 31 of Richard Holland. And then another few tenths of a second right back here to the 10 truck of Enrique Del Toro. Nope, just Rick. So what do you say we had green flag pit stops? We're going to do it through the field. Doesn't really matter what you say. That's what I'm doing. So on board with your leader. That's the number 15 right there, Larry Dickerson. He's got the right number on his paint, though. His custom paint does show the 69. Go back to second. You're going to be on board with this driver, the 31 of Richard Holland. And back up one more to third. And you'll be on board now with Just Rick in the 10 truck. You can see what it's like around Texas Motor Speedway out of the windshield of this 10 truck. So we go back and get on board with the Texas driver right here at Texas Motor Speedway, and that's LZ Daly in the 6 truck. So really happy to see LZ having a good run here at his home track. But look who's in the top 5 now and about ready to take over the 4th position. You're on board with the 9 machine of Dylan Bryant. And I'm going to show the outside of this paint because I really like that paint job. It's got a lot of shiny stuff on it. I like it. He's got some bling on his paint, Macaulay.
Who's that, LZ?
Yeah, no,
Bert?
Dylan Bryant.
Oh, yeah, that shiny chrome.
That shiny chrome on there. So now we'll go back to 6th position, get on board with the driver of the 56 car. That's going to be John T. Wimbish. Go back on board with his teammate. There's a bootlegger back here somewhere in the 7th position, the 17 truck. Go back one more to the 8th position. That's going to be that number 20 truck right here of Kyle Stewart. He's watching a couple teammates running nose to tail up in front of him, though. We work through the top 10, and it's no surprise to see this driver make his way up into the top 10. That's the 86 of John Sanu. And I need to take the opportunity right now to say hello to Mr. and Mrs. Sanu. We appreciate you tuning in and watching the broadcast week in and week out as well. We go back to 10th position and rounding out the top 10. It's going to be the 55 machine of Todd Cleveland. So Todd Cleveland riding right here in the top 10. th position on board with the 99 of Dan Witt. He's seeing a battle up there for the inside that top 10. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th right here. Now back to 11th, all right together. You do see a little bit of right front damage, though, looking out the windshield of that 99 truck. So I don't know if that's affected him or not, but it looks like he's able to draft up on those guys fine. As I get on,
he's got fresh tires right now.
Yeah. And as I get on board now with the 75 truck of Chuck Sweeting. And I'm surprised Chuck ain't up there a little bit, Macaulay. He's usually fast.
He normally is. He's sandbagging right now.
I think he's locked in, so he's going to take it easy anyway. He's already locked into the chase and to the All-Star race. So now we'll go back to 13th, get on board with the 24 truck right here of Dakota Floyd. And as always, we're going to say hello to Mama Riddle. We love her tuning in week and week out watching this, and I know she likes to hear Nation be in the booth too, but I don't know what's wrong with that feller these days. Go back to 14th, going to get on board with the 63 of Glenn Jamison, and I'll tell you what, he's under fire. There's a driver storming back through the field who's now taken the 14th position. That's going to be that number 7 truck of Benjamin Lacey. And yes, he does have a little damage on that truck from an earlier incident. But it looks like the truck might still have a little bit of speed under it because I'm pretty sure that was a winner a couple of weeks ago in the truck series going back to Michigan.
Yep.
When you talk about the 63 truck. And I think he's won an Xfinity race now too. So that 63 definitely going somewhere. But he's going to... Glenn Jamison's going to maintain the 14th position. He'll hold off that battle with Benjamin Lacey, and he's going to maintain the spot. But we're going to get on board now with the 16th position. That's the number 70 machine of Burt Wilson. And this is another paint job I like to take a look at, that 70 machine. Nerds paint looks good week in and week out. So Burt Wilson right here in the 16th position. Next driver, we're going to get on board your truck, Michael McCauley. And
I'm struggling right now.
What do you see out your windshield?
Bunch of trucks I need to pass.
What do you need to get to the front of the field?
8 tires.
8 to 16 tires.
Oh yeah, everything fresh. Everybody on old tires. That's about it.
All righty, we're going to go back to 18th and get on board with the 3 truck of Hal Eighmey. The man needs no introduction, and he needs no explanation here. He does need to explain why he's in the 18th position, though. I don't know if he had a little trouble on his pit stop there, or he's just having a hard time with getting a handle on the old truck tonight. So 19th position now is going to be that 00 of Nick Hunt. And, man, this truck was fast right at the start of the race, but early on he got loose, and we seen the 7 get caught up in that too. So Nick got a few laps down there. He's still a few laps down, and it's just it's a tall hurdle to jump to try to recover from that kind of damage. We go back to 21st. We're going to get on board with the driver of the 33. You know him as DMS on iRacing. He's known as Michael Osno. This is a home track for DMS as well. And I know this is one he was looking to perform pretty well at. He had a little bit of trouble. And McCauley, if you look out your mirror, your rear view, you're going to see that 33 truck of Michael Osno.
Yep, he's getting ready to make a pass on me.
He's getting ready to make a pass on McCauley right now. He's like, just follow me, McCauley. I'm going to show you how to get around Texas here. Ooh, contact with the 81. You know how I know that?
You might have been on board with that.
I was on board with it, McCauley. And that was our through the field completion. And oh, yep. I don't know if a feller thought he was clear or not, McCauley.
Well.
How bad is it?
It's bad.
Well, gosh dang it.
I got no power.
Oh, McCauley lost his power from that one. Looks like some right side damage there. Maybe a little bit of left side. Man, McCauley, you always catch the bad luck, don't you?
I do. It's been a struggle the past couple of weeks. Last week was the friggin' tire barriers.
Meanwhile, back up on the farm, the new leader's the 31 of Richard Holland. Got the 10 of Jess Rick back behind him in second, but he's fallen back 1.3 seconds from the lead in the 69 truck, so he might have got up there and made the tires a little bit angry, just slightly angry. And, man, I haven't checked on a few other things, McCauley. Some stuff I may have to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our subscriber count.
What is it at now? Last saw was 614.
It is still at 614, Michael McCauley. I was thinking about that today, and we might be safe from doing the giveaway on the broadcast.
I guess no one wants a PC or anything like that.
I mean, you try to give away everything to get a person into iRacing. So the only way that's going to happen now is if it's by the end of this season. And I believe we're on race number 5, McCauley?
6.
Okay, so we're on race number 6 of the season, not quite to the halfway point yet. So that's going to give them 9 more?
Yep, 9 more.
So they got 9 more races for us to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. That's a pretty tall order, McCauley.
That's a tough one now.
Yeah, and it's not like it hasn't been shared out there. You know what I mean? So it's been shared, and the numbers aren't climbing up where we can do it, and it's got to be by the end of season 10 or 11. What the fuck? I went back a season on us.
You did.
Don't do that. Let's complete 11 before I retire, Michael McCauley. And that is the reason, too, that we're going to try to get the 1,000 mark this season. Because I'd rather get that done and out of the way where I can go ahead and go into broadcast retirement and return to the driver's seat in the driver's rig. I built that rig to use, and now I look at it, Michael McCauley.
Yeah, it's been sitting there collecting dust.
And that's all it's doing. I haven't even turned that rig on in I don't know how long now. And I'm tired of seeing it sit there and not be used, honestly. This rig, I have to work to do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In the other rig, I have fun. So a guy's had this messed up for a while, is what I'm saying. One rig, I have fun. The other rig, I have to work. What would you do, Michael McCauley?
I'd have fun.
Exactly. And I don't, it's not like I get paid to broadcast here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I've always done it just to, I originally started doing it for the drivers here. Back around season 2. And that's all I've ever done it for. But, man, I'm getting to the age and the point now where I want to have fun again. And I'm not saying that I don't have fun in the broadcast booth, because I'd be lying. I do have fun doing it to an extent. But when it's so repetitive 2 nights a week, and it's 3 nights a week for me, it will just burn your ass out, Michael McCauley.
Yeah, I get it.
It'll burn you out. I've been burned out before, so we kind of split the nights up, and it helped me a little bit. But, man, it's almost like you hit a wall. You know what I mean? You're doing good, and you can see things going this way or that way, and then you hit a wall, and you're like, fuck, I'm just tired of hitting the wall.
Yep.
It'd be kind of like when you're practicing or you're racing and you hit the wall and you hit the wall and you hit the wall. You just get tired of hitting the wall, don't you, McCauley?
Oh, you do.
So there comes to a point where you just quit. You park it and walk away. There's already other stuff I got going on in life that isn't fun. So I don't want to keep adding shit that ain't no fun to me no more.
Nope, not worth it.
And who knows what might happen. We might find, different admins next season at WFO, and maybe a different broadcaster comes in. I don't know, Michael McCauley.
Yep. No one knows yet.
It's going to remain to be seen. Thank you. I appreciate it very much, but I'm wore out. I am, McCauley. I'm wore out calling these things, man. I did it too long and too much now. But by golly, I'm going to finish what the hell I started, Michael McCauley.
What was that?
I said I'm going to finish what I started, buddy.
Yep. And it's only a strong one.
Yeah, we're not going to get sentimental about nothing until we get closer to the end of the season. We still got a long ways to go. We're just barely a third of the way through season 11 here. We want to thank all the viewers that tune in and week out. Chat it up in the booth. We appreciate the heck out of it. That's what we're here to do this for. And even McCauley likes going back and reading those comments. 31 truck, a 1.2 lead over his teammate, Just Rick, in the 10 machine. And I think you see him going around you right now, Michael McCauley.
Yeah, he's around me. That damage is hurting me.
And I believe the 00 might have gotten around Tim, or maybe not. Maybe he did, but we got another damaged machine right up there. That's the, I believe that might have been DMS in the 33 machine. Riding around in the 20th position right now. So the deal on the giveaway is if we can hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of season 11, which is going to be on June 20th of 2023 at Talladega Superspeedway. Then the giveaway will still be on. That'll be a gaming PC, a monitor, keyboard, mouse, and a wheel and pedals with 1 year iRacing subscription. So basically everything a guy, gal, or whatever they are now needs to get racing. You know what I mean? Needs to get
everything.
sim racing. Oh, they're definitely it's crazy. I love to read a comment and a couple of comments. Diana and Denise, I'll call you Denise A since we had the other Denise too. But she said, I'm still amazed at the realism of these races. And some of the different camera views when you take a look, I mean, if you rewatch them, and I have before, I get the same feeling. I'll look at it and I'll say, you know, especially if I pull it up on the TV, McCauley.
Oh, yeah. It's as realistic as it's going to get.
So if I pull one of these up on the TV, I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe that it's sim racing. The sight, the sounds, everything is there. And look at who's moved into the top 5. I asked what was going on with Chuck Sweeting before, and I'll tell you what's going on with him, McCauley. He's finding himself up to the front of the field.
Yeah, I've been slowly watching that. He's slowly coming up through.
He's moved up into the top 5 now, but that 9 truck, that Pepsi machine, God, I love putting the camera on that truck. Up here in the 4th position right now, Dickerson, his teammate, up there in 3rd. And I think Dickerson wanted to be in the broadcast booth, but I think him and Dylan are in the channel together, aren't they? I don't know. Yeah, he's down there with Kyle Stewart, too, so I'm going to leave that team channel alone. You don't want to break them up with the teammates. They might have some strategy going on, and I don't know, Michael McCauley. I just don't know.
I got no strategy. I just run it.
But we are 63 of 125 laps right now. Taking a rear camera look off the back of the 56 truck to the front of the, or no. It's actually on the front of the 56 truck. The hell am I talking about? Another front from the back of a truck. What's wrong with me, McCauley?
Long day.
Yep, long day, long race. That's off the back right there of the 56 machine. Back to the 55, the front of the 55 truck of Todd Cleveland. Really good racing here at the Legacy Texas Motor Speedway track tonight. Meanwhile, get up here and see what the leader sees off the back of his truck. And I believe that's a lap truck that he's got behind him. So it's 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds back to this driver's truck, and that's the 10 truck of Rick Vagone, or just Rick as we know him. And I think we can do a race. We can't do a summary yet, but, well, I guess we can. So the air temperature is 66 degrees Fahrenheit, while the track temp is at 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Got 59 laps remaining. The biggest thing right there is cautions, the big fat goose egg, 0. We've had 7 lead changes. And I guess 183 miles is a total distance, Macaulay. I don't know.
Sounds about right.
DMS, what happened to the big home track showing tonight?
Well, I don't know if you all saw it or not, but, it was that Richard Wimbish, Wilson, Sweeney, Sanu.
All of that happened?
Yeah, they came right up. I mean, he came right up on my bumper, got me a little loose, and, that Ricky, Benjamin, Larry, Tommy, they didn't play fair.
Yeah, and what about Macaulay? Looked like you guys were playing bumper trucks a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I thought we signed up for bumper cars.
I thought I was clear. And I let it drift up a little bit too far, and
I think Macaulay just wants to know if you use protection.
No, I went in all dry.
Oh, damn, Macaulay, you might get pregnant from that one.
Yeah.
Oh man,
you better take the morning after pill.
Got those on stock.
Got them in stock, he said.
Oh, what's going on, Diana? How you doing, Cindy? How you doing? I belong up here anyway, and not on the damn track.
Man, you do a damn good job up here. It's always fun having you come up in the booth.
I went in there to pit just to get out of everybody's way and hit the damn pit wall, and I just couldn't keep up the speed.
Ooh, that hurts.
I just can't keep up the speed, so I just a bigger nuisance on the track than I am off the track, so.
Yeah, we've had 3 of them that have retired from the race, including yourself. We got Matthew McMeekin in the 29 and Vernon Markheim's 23. And we got the leader on pit road right here, so green flag pit stops happening right here at lap 71 tonight. It's actually today because I think Macaulay set it up as a morning session, possibly, Macaulay.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. 9 truck, man. You got to really like what I'm seeing right there from Dylan Bryant. I mean, really like it. He's not playing around. He's going to come right out with the 31 of Richard Holland this time. So that 9 truck, I don't know if he's putting a time in practice or what the feller's doing, but he's certainly showing some speed here. Macaulay and DMS. He's going to take a position from his teammate, the 69 right there, Larry Dickerson. But Dickerson might be taking it back, and he does. And what's the tire situation? You guys were driving, so Macaulay, why don't you tell us what the tire situation is here tonight?
I think you're going to have 2 pit stops that you don't take tires.
You're going to have 2 pit stops that you don't take tires, Macaulay said.
Unless my math is wrong, then I screwed up big time.
Somebody probably did it. Somebody probably do it on 1 stop, Macaulay. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. That's the correct math.
Well, yeah. The bigger screen you put it on there, it's going to make the trucks look bigger. I mean, I don't watch it on the. Sometimes I'll rewatch a little bit of them on my phone. You know what I mean? And sometimes, if I'm out working in the shop, I might pull one up on my TV, and that's where I can really see the difference. When you up the size of the screen, DMS, that damn thing looks good, man.
Size matters.
Size matters, the feller said.
On some aspects, anyway.
Right. We're going to hit the mothership camera one time right here again. Take a broader look at the field. But we're only seeing one truck there with the Larry Dickerson. But you can see your leaders. Second truck back and the fourth truck back is first and second as they're putting some guys a lap down. One of them being the 99 there of Dan Witt. At least I got his name right, McCauley.
You did. You got it right that time.
The other truck, I think, what they went around there was the 3 truck of Hal Eighmey. So Hal's moved up to the 15th position. Still one lap down right here. So your race leader, 31, Richard Holland. Second place, 10 truck, Just Rick. Third place, right back here, 69 machine of Larry Dickerson, and Dylan Bryant is running in the 4th position right now in that Pepsi machine. And this is the overview. Rounding out the top 5, though, this driver doing a hell of a job driving up through the field. And I think it might be another race that he starts from the back. And I'm telling you, he's got the speed that if a caution come out, man, they better watch out for that 75 truck at Chuck Sweeting. The guy's fast. He just don't always qualify well, McCauley.
Yeah.
But he's moving pretty good right now inside the top 5. Where did he start?
What was that?
Let me do the... He started 20th on the field. So put that in perspective. He started 20th on the field, DMS.
Yeah, he behind me.
Under green flag racing, he has driven himself into the top 5. That's not bad work.
No, got a hell of a pit crew down there, I guess.
He does, and you think that might be where Nation's at? Do you think he might be pitting the 75 machine of Chuck Sweeting?
He might. No,
absolutely not.
He'd be laps down by then.
He would be in 24th position.
Yeah, I mean, if Nation was pit, I mean,
he would probably still be walking down pit lane, pissing in coolers. DMS.
Yep.
I mean, we have to be honest there. That's what Nation does. So
Chuck Sweeney wouldn't even be out of bed yet.
Yeah, once he got out of bed, he'd just stroll down pit road and piss in all the coolers, and that's about how it would go down. And
they're still back. They'd still be back at the hot dog stand and on the race rigs. And
I would think NASCAR would ban him from the track eventually, or just from all the NASCAR events.
Yeah, if Nation was in charge, they wouldn't even realize there was a race tonight.
Well, we'll be honest. I mean, Nation could fuck up a wet dream, DMS. Macaulay didn't even laugh. What the hell?
I'm speechless.
I'm speechless, he said.
I mean, he fucked up getting a quarter pounder, so that explains everything right there.
You know, Macaulay does have a good point, DMS.
Does have a good point.
You make a good point there, Macaulay.
Paid $1,000 for a quarter pounder and didn't even get to eat it.
And you're not wrong, DMS. I mean, you're not wrong about that. Most expensive quarter pounder ever.
That you didn't even get.
That you didn't even get. You paid for a quarter pounder you didn't even get, and it cost you $1,000. Oh, no, you're not going to read that banner on your phone. Talking about the ticker at the top of the screen, DMS.
Oh.
Actually, if I flip my phone sideways and I make sure it's doing high def, I can see that banner usually.
Well, I can't. I wouldn't be able to see that banner on my phone if it was, my phone was, my phone's got to be at least a 32-inch.
Well, you got 4 people carrying that sumbitch around for you?
You got it.
He said, I tied him.
Wife said I needed stronger glasses, so I went out and bought a bigger TV. and I can just see just fine.
That's the best way to get around that, too. What do they say? If you need stronger glasses, just make sure you read bigger words. I think it's about time for me to re-up mine, but man, I'm really been reading and thinking about that LASIK surgery a lot lately.
Your eyes stay dry.
Do they?
Yep, Bender got it done. I know he complains about his eyes are always dry.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that did that too. That's what he says too. He's always rubbing them because they're dry all the time. You got to keep putting drops in there.
Well, piss on
Yep,
that.
he does drop all the time.
Piss on that, DMS. I'll just keep glasses on. Hey, I wouldn't even be able to see to do the broadcast without glasses on. I'm not lying. I couldn't see the different numbers or the names because it's so small on these apps. And it takes up, I got so many things running right now on my computer, it takes up so much space that I can't have nothing blown up except iRacing.
You know, maybe that's why I keep hitting the wall. Maybe I just can't see pit area.
You might not, that could be it. I mean, what are you you're racing on triple or single?
Single.
You know, do you use look left and look right?
No, no, because no, I don't.
Your vision's narrow. Set up your control to look left and look right, DMS.
Yeah.
And it'll help you a ton.
Yeah, but then I actually have to push the button to be able to look right and look left.
Man,
by that time I'm already in the wall.
There was many years in sim racing I was very fluent with those controls. Because when I started sim racing, it's back on a 13-inch CRT monitor.
Wow.
That's that.
Well, my biggest thing is I could run triple. I could run triples, but then I can't do anything else.
Well, you can add a fourth screen.
I do have a 4-screen.
Well, use your fourth screen to run Discord and stuff on.
I have three 32-inch curves with a 49-inch Samsung Odyssey.
Oh, then you should damn well be in triple screen on iRacing and using your fourth screen to run your stream and run Discord.
Yeah. Maybe I ought to race on that 49-inch.
That's what I'm doing.
Macaulay does that. I don't know. You guys, you just can't hide that money, can you?
What do you mean?
Got all them fancy-ass monitors, and I got 23 or 24-inch screens I've been using since I started broadcasting. That is not a joke, DMS.
Well, actually, I started off with 327-inch Vizio TVs.
Right.
And then I broke down and I bought the 49-inch because they were on Black Friday for $789.
There you go. Macaulay, you got a good deal on yours too, didn't you?
Yep. I forget what it was a little more than that. 8 something.
Right.
Yeah. So then for Christmas, Angel got me 3 32-inch curves. So that was good. It was nice.
Macaulay, there's some pit strategy going on.
There is.
Yeah, that 15 or /69 truck is on pit road. The 9
Bert
truck
was
was
the
there
first
5 laps ago. John Sanu, LZ Daly. I mean, a lot of trucks on pit road right here.
And I just watched WFO, and he didn't take tires, so
Holland already pitted too, 31 machine. No, he's coming to pit road now, actually. Oof, to eat, get on them binders hard. 55 truck checking up, getting the pit road there. 20 truck of Kyle Stewart. So we're gonna have to see how it all works out. Sweeting's on pit road right now too, 75 machine. That'll hand the lead over to the 63 machine temporarily. I think. I don't know. Am I not live? Nope, because the 63 is on pit road. And I think Holland's going to lead it after the pit stops. He does. No, I went back to take a look at something earlier, and I never put it back on live. Oops. We ain't been far behind McCauley, just a little bit.
It happens.
Watching the 55 and the 24, and it looks like the 31's lapping up to those guys, so let me see where they're at on the pecking order.
That's 14th and 15th, I think.
Well, Todd Cleveland, the 55 is your 9th place truck. And the 10th place machine right there is Dakota Floyd in the 24. And there's McCauley going around the race leader, but he's right there with these guys. Man, I'll tell you what, that 31's got the 10 truck fighting them for the lead right now. So you look at the 31 of Holland, he's your leader, but just Rick right there in the 10 machine behind him, putting a lot of pressure on him right now. And it looks like the 31 might be hung up on the lap machine right there, Michael McCauley's 81. And McCauley, you got a big dent in your tailgate. How the hell did that happen? Oh, DMS. Oh, what happened there, McCauley? Oofta, we got us a caution flag? Holy shit. I'm going to go back and take a look at that.
Well, just watch that live.
So 31, 81, contact, caution flag. Brings out our first and only caution with 28 laps to go right here. And the 10 truck of just Rick escaping everything. He's going to be your race leader. So we get our first caution flag. And DMS is right. That changes everything. So all those gaps, DMS, all the distances are what? Out the window.
Out the window.
They're gone. So any pit strategy or anything else that you worked out, guess what?
Doesn't mean shit now.
It's gone. It don't mean nothing.
He gone.
McCauley, you doing all right?
I'm perfectly fine.
All right. Just checking on you.
We'll talk later.
So 10 truck right there leading it. 63 in second. 99. Actually, 63 is not in second. The 20 is in second. So Kyle Stewart right there. Burt Wilson in the 70 machine. Rounding out the top three. But I'll tell you what, DMS, that opens a door for guys like the 75 of Chuck Sweeting, the 9 of Dylan Bryant, or whoever in the hell's got tires left. Right, DMS?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you're in that, if you can get out in the top 10 with a fresh set of tires here, you're probably golden.
Yeah, you better have two sets.
What do we got, 27 to go?
Got 27, you're only going to get 22 out of it. So
I don't know. Well, some of these guys might have tires. We're going to take a look at them as they go to pit road here. Who goes to pit road? Oh, who do we want to pick on with that? There's a 24 machine. I don't know. Cameras just, they're not working. So we got some guys on pit road, so let's take a look and see if any of these guys go up on a jack or not. I don't see him going up on jacks, DMS. That means it's fuel only right here. Wow. So nobody, well, no one that I seen anyway, went up on a jack, which means they probably do not have any tires left in their pit. How many laps can you go on a tank here?
About 22.
22, yep.
Oh, so about 22, so they might not even be able to go till the end. They might have to make one more stop, but on the other side of that, maybe, and I'm just going to throw that out there, we got somebody that really saves on the fuel this run. You think there's anyone that can do that, stretch it out for 3 laps here?
No, it's not possible.
I don't even think it's going to have to be 3, as you got guys coming in now, and I'm pretty sure that's a top-off, Macaulay.
I don't know. In practice, I did everything I could, even slowed her down, and the best I ever got was 21 laps.
Yeah, so we're watching a few trucks that come back down here, the 75 of Chuck Sweeting being one of them. Man, I'll tell you what, 17 on pit road, topping off with fuel. 20 truck. A lot of these guys are taking advantage of this right now, and you can't blame them. You know, you got nothing to lose. The leader stays out. You just bring her down and top her off. You know what I mean? Because maybe you go green with 23 left, and then you only got to save a lap.
If we go green the entire way.
And that, you're right. That's if we go green the entire way. And we found out all season long, hell, I've known this for years in sim racing, cautions breed what?
Cautions.
That's right. Cautions breed cautions. Hell, real life racing teaches you the same thing. Cautions will breed caution flags. And we
might have a little bit of temper out there already, so.
Right. We got a pace truck coming in now. So we're going to have 24 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line, but we're back to green flag racing at Legacy Texas Motor Speedway with the WFO Racing League's Eighmey contract and Tuesday Night Truck Series right here tonight.
I'm not live.
125-lap race, 24 laps to go right here. We've completed 101 laps. Your race leader is going to be the 10 of Rick Fagone. Back in second, though, Todd Cleveland in the 55 truck. He's got company behind him, though. I see the 9. I see the 63. But the 63 may be a lap down, actually. 24 isn't, though. Dakota Floyd, he's third-place truck right now. And a lot of these guys back here that I'm watching are guys that topped off with fuel. But I'll tell you, if they're on the gas hard and they don't save on any, then I know they ain't stretching a lap out of it. And I think you do too, don't you, Macaulay?
Yep.
If they're going to stretch a lap, they're going to be having to get off that gas, right?
You have to clutch it or something to try to save it at this point.
I think a guy or two might be doing that, though, is what I'm saying.
It's possible. I mean, some guys are dropping right now.
You got guys that are dropping back, and I know fast trucks that aren't pushing real hard right now. One of those is, but we got to go to lead lap trucks, and that goes back to the 10th position. So the 69 machine of Larry Dickerson, and he's clutching it, Macaulay.
Yeah, I believe it. I blew by him.
This is a good one to keep an example, to set the example for this, because you can hear the truck in the corner. We're going to go on board with them. Yeah, he's clutching it. He's not killing it. He's clutching it, letting it roll into the corner here. So we know he's saving fuel. And that's your 10th place machine. We'll get on board with the 70 and see if we can hear similar, see if we can tell just by riding on board if he's doing a similar method or not. Oh, yeah. You hear that throttle getting feathered quite a bit there, and it doesn't sound like he's using the whole thing. Bootlegger right here, Tommy Haynes on board with him. He's riding in the 8th position. And these are all trucks that they took fuel on that pit stop, number 1 DMS, and then they all topped off with 2 to go there. So they come back down pit road and top the tank off again. I would say
you're really close with 19 left.
Yeah, I would say starting back here with the 9 truck of Dylan Bryant. I'd say that's the first one of these drivers saving fuel. So I think your fuel savers right now are the 9, 1770, and the 69 Machina Dickerson. Meanwhile, up at the front of the farm here, or field, that 10 truck he's saying adios. But he's 15 laps into this run right here, to give you guys an example. And that means he can only go, another 8 laps? 7, 8 laps, and he's going to have
7 or 8, yeah.
And we got 17 laps to go, so the math don't work out for him. But I'm going to tell you, it's not looking bad for some of those guys that risk it for the biscuit there. I guess we're all going to find out in 17 laps, though, who had the best strategy. Because ultimately they're going to win the race, right?
Yep.
He or she who has the best strategy will win the race. Could it be the 10 truck, just Rick? Could it be the 55 of Todd Cleveland? Could it actually be the 24 of Dakota Floyd? Or the 20 truck right here, Kyle Stewart? Maybe he made the right move. Maybe that driver, the 56 machine, the Tide Ride, John T. Wimbish, he might have made a call. Dylan Bryant, the 9, fuel saving, might be working. Chuck Sweeting, another one, dropping back. Probably saving on the gas tank a little bit here. Burt Wilson in the 70 truck, saving on the gas tank. 17, saving on the gas tank. The 69 machine of Dickerson. They're all saving on the gas tank. So what do you do, though, if you're the leader of the 10 truck? You know you got to pit again. Do you just cut it, split it in the middle here, or you just stay out there until you can't run no more?
I mean, that's what I would do. Because you can always come in, split it, and then hope for a caution or whatever. But
I'll tell you what, I like this, and the reason why I would stay out if I was him until I had to pit, what if a caution come out? If a caution come out, you're in great shape, because now it don't matter if somebody stretches the fuel or not, DMS.
Yeah.
Everybody will have enough fuel to make it till the end, because you can come down pit road and take fuel for free under caution.
Well, the caution gods better be listening soon.
Yeah, they should, because we got 13 laps to go, but he's also built up a cushion too. And I want you to pay attention to that, because what if he says, you know what? I just need to take a splash of fuel because I can't take tires anyway. And you build up a big enough lead, and guess what? It doesn't even matter. DMS.
Yeah.
But we're going to find out, because he's got 21 laps, which means the leader with a 2.7 second lead over second place's 55 of Todd Cleveland. He's going to have to woe it down real soon and bring that thing to the attention of his pit crew. You hate doing that, especially when you know there's a handful of drivers that won't be. But he does got the lead built up a little bit here. This stint's been 22 laps for the driver of the 10 truck by my watch over here. Going to woe it down in turns 3 and 4, and we're going to see if he brings it to pit road this time, and he does it. He holds it out. So 10 laps to go. When we get to the line, that's going to be 23 laps on the stint for the driver of the 10 truck. And he has to be on the bottom side of that tank.
Oh. He definitely got to be.
So he has.
You got Glenn and Hal lap down right behind him. So they'll either way, they're going to get theirs back.
Right. He's going to hold it out there again.
I don't know how he's doing it.
That's 24 laps on that tank of fuel, so maybe it saved some under caution. I don't know.
There he comes. He'll be coming down this time.
You're right. He just got out of it, got on the brakes, and he's coming to pit road right now. So 10 truck, your race leader on pit road. That's going to
give Al and Glenn their lap back.
I think I'm going to pay attention to the machine to see if it goes up and he has any tires left, or if any of these guys do that are pitting here. Are they pitting with a set of tires? Nope, it's not going on the jacks. He just a splash and go right there. Took a shot of fuel. That handed the lead over to the driver of the 55 machine. That's Todd Cleveland. With 8, now 7 laps to go. Back in second, it's going to be the 24 of Dakota Floyd. In third will be the 20 of Kyle Stewart. Back in fourth is going to be the 75 machine of Chuck Sweeting. Rounding out the top 5 is going to be that 70 truck right there, Burt Wilson. And now it's going to be, where does the 10 come out? He's 27 seconds behind the race leader, back in the 10th position. And he did not get tires. He just took a splash of fuel. So, man, I'll tell you what, it does look good for some of these guys that decided to top off with fuel and get fuel under that caution flag. DMS.
Yes, it does.
But I'm looking at the stint, and that 55 machine's got 21 laps of fuel. And now I just heard him shut her down, which means he's saving on fuel right here. And that's going to let those guys start catching up, like the 75 of Chuck Sweeting. We know he was saving the fuel. So I'll bet you he's got it mapped out right, DMS. And that's probably the ones you got to worry about, because Sweeting back here in the 75, and is he saving?
He's always interesting to watch.
He's 20 laps into it, and there's 5 to go, so Sweeting's still saving fuel. Oh, yeah, they're saving on the gas, no doubt about it. He's 0.7 of a second. No. He's 4.3 seconds behind Kyle Stewart. So this thing ticks on here. I mean, the race leader's 23 laps into the run. Getting a lot of votes for driver of the day right now. The 10 machine of Just Rick. See the 56 go around the race leader. That was to get him on the lead lap. So it'll work out for some of these guys. That's going to put the 11th place machine of John T. Wimbish back on the lead lap. And we're going to have, I don't know if we got guys going to pit road or not. Don't look like it. I think they're going to hold it out. 3 laps to go for your race leader, 55 of Todd Cleveland. And, man, he's 24 laps into this thing now, and I don't know if that feller saved enough fuel. DMS.
We're about to find out.
We are. That's 25 right there at the line for the driver of the 55 machine. You know what else we're going to find out if they don't get to the white flag? If one of these guys don't run out of fuel and that brings a caution out. 86 almost loses it right there. Just as I said that, the 86 almost lost it. So once the 55, though, if he makes it back to the start-finish line, the white flag will come out. We will not have a green-white checker. He's going to bring it out of turn 4 right here to the start-finish line, and guess what? This one will not end under caution or with a green flag or with a green-white checker. It'll end under green right here. Todd Cleveland really trying to stretch the field. Chuck Sweeting, though, 0.7 back, 0.6. In the 75, we know the 55 is saving fuel.
Oh.
The 75 is right there.
Just said he's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel. The 75 of Chuck Sweeting taking the lead out of turn 4. Sweeting had enough fuel, and he won it. Look at that. Race winner, 75 of Chuck Sweeting. Burt Wilson coming in second. In the 55, able to run 26 laps on the stint and coasted in for a podium finish, man. Rounded out the top 5, 24 right there, Dakota Floyd and Larry Dickerson, the 69 machine. That's your top 5, but your race winner, and Man, we seen him go back down pit road and top off, and that was the ticket. And just to give you an example, Rick Fagone going to wind up in the 8th position after he had to make that green flag pit stop, so that killed him. It makes you wonder why he didn't pit under that caution, DMS.
Well, I actually think Todd Cleveland did.
Well, Cleveland did, but he didn't go back down and top off.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And he didn't save fuel like we seen the 75 and some of the other guys doing. And that's what was able to drive them up a little farther, and that 75 truck able to obviously take the lead right there on the back straightaway. We're going to go find him right now because we got 4 interviews to do, and I'm going to do this quickly. Chuck Sweeting, Vern Bradley, and DMS in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Man, tell us about the strategy there. So going back to the caution. Let's start from the caution and what was going through your mind there.
Well, I went in and topped off. I knew that I was going to have to shut the motor off and save a lot. And that's what I did. I tried to kind of like minimize the shutting off early, and then I realized I was going to have to really back it down, and so I did. And once I'd saved enough, then at the end there, the leaders had to back it way down, and I think they even started running out of gas there. So, just managed it slightly better than second and third.
Yeah, it really that last lap was something else, and I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, for the 55, as he run out of gas, and I noticed the 10 didn't pit on the last caution cycle there, so that it kind of surprised me actually that he didn't, because looking at the laps to go, and you probably did the same math in your head, that it made sense that if you guys were to go down and top off, you could probably pull it off. So who was the ones you were paying attention to that you noticed saving fuel with you there, Chuck?
I noticed, oh gosh, I can't think of his name right now, but,
I think the nine truck might have been one of them.
Yeah. And Dylan, I noticed Dylan was saving because I was kind of back there with him for a while. I'm sure everybody was saving. I just didn't know how much because I had to back way off and got way behind them.
Well, man, that's I think in the truck series, that's what, win number 2 this season?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. He's double locked. You've double locked yourself into the chase now, and double locked yourself in, triple, quadruple locked yourself probably into the All-Star race. So,
yeah, tonight I got lucky. I was not the fastest. There were 3 or 4 of them that were. Richard was the class of the field, and as far as speed goes, and I was just, top 5 maybe. I don't know why I struggled a little bit tonight. I don't know if it was the setup or just me, but when it come down to fuel management, I used all that experience and was able to bring it home.
Well, that's good to hear, man, and it definitely I hate seeing them end under fuel strategy, Chuck, but I don't hate seeing them in that way.
Well, they could be exciting if the whole race ends up being a fuel mileage race, then it can kind of get spread out and boring. But if it's that last run, it could be exciting.
Yeah, I think the caution flag. How big was that caution flag for you? I noticed you were back off the leaders, is why I asked that.
Yeah, it was huge. I wouldn't have won. I wouldn't have even got top 3. I don't think, if we hadn't had that caution. So that was everything. It just that's the way it goes sometimes. You never know how these things are going to work out. I say it every week. You don't know how to use your tires and when to save them and when not to. And tonight it was fuel, and who knows what it'll be next week.
Right on. You're absolutely right about that. I'll tell you what, Chuck, you have anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth here tonight?
I just want to thank you and Michael for your work, hard work all week, each and every week. Of course, thanks to Hal for supporting the league, and just thanks to all the other drivers for all the respect that they give me, and I try to do back to them each and every week. It's a lot of fun, and have a good time every time I run here.
That's awesome, man. We appreciate it, Chuck. Have a great night, man, and once again, congratulations to you.
Congratulations, Chuck.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
DMS, you got any questions for him?
No, I don't even want to talk to him. I'm mad at him.
Why?
He was supposed to call in sick this week, damn it, and he didn't do it.
Oh.
No.
I do recall you asking him to call in sick this week.
I did.
Yep, he
Yeah,
had
I asked everybody.
DMS.
Apparently, nobody got the memo.
He couldn't. He had race number 2 on the season to win in the Truck Series here. So
That's all right. He did a great job.
yeah, congrats, Chuck.
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
You too. So Chuck Sweeting, your race winner right there in the 75 machine. And look at that, number 70 machine right here, Burt Wilson. And bring it home P2 here at Texas tonight. And Macaulay's quick on adding that stuff in the Discord. Don't mess with Macaulay, he's on it. Burt Wilson, you got Vern, Michael Macaulay, and DMS in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I sure do.
Second place, a little bit of fuel strategy there, though. And I asked the leader, what was on his mind on that last caution. So I'm going to ask you the same thing.
Well, I knew it was on the edge of making it. I had screwed up my tire strategy and accidentally took rights, so I was kind of all messed up anyway. Was going to have to run the last 10 on old tires, so I was happy to see that come out. It was just right at the edge, so I topped off, and I was, walking that line between trying to catch Chuck and not shorten myself on fuel. And it sputtered at the line, so that's how close I had it. I did all I could to try and get him.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing, I think, Bert, and because I've been there many times before too. You got to try to save, but the guys that are saving that you're trying to beat.
And there are about, 2 or 3 to go. It's like, is anybody going to run out of fuel? And then they all did in turn 4. So,
well, it got you up there on obviously on the podium, a second place finish. But man, another great points run for you here tonight.
Well, the 2 tire change ended up being a benefit to me because it got me some time. So I was actually ahead of the leaders when the caution come out. So that kept me on the lead lap. Lost another point to Chuck, so second, can never be unhappy with that. So happy with that, but wished I'd have been ahead of Chuck instead of behind him.
Well, you're clearly in the right direction here. This season's really looking good, not just for you, but also your teammate, the driver of the 63 machine. Both you guys, the teams just look solid so far, Bert.
Yeah, we've been working a lot of strategy, doing a little bit of practice just so we know what the gas and the tires are. And Glenn got kind of hurt by that caution. He had just finished pitting and was behind the leader, so he got trapped a lap down. So feel bad for him, but he's been having a really good season this year. I'm glad to be racing with him. Wish we could get our other buddy out here more often, but real life kind of stuff keeps you off the track sometimes. So grateful for what all you guys do. I don't know what was going down, but just know that we appreciate you, Macaulay, and everybody. Appreciate the money and everything you guys put in, the time and everything. So no other league I'd rather race in, really.
Well, thank you, Bert. We certainly love to hear that, man. And I wasn't pointing that towards everybody because it wasn't everybody that was doing it, but the fact that it happened, period, is something that I felt it never should have. And that's the only reason
that's sad because that's sad because it's not like you're paying money to race here and you have any skin in the game. If you don't like what's going down,
leave.
Right. I mean, I've done that. I don't know how many leagues where it's like, this is a bunch of shit, and I left.
I've said that the whole time, and I think you guys have always known that for me, it's always been about the fun. And when you have characters that do that, it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, I've raced in leagues where they have a freaking 20-page sporting code book with this penalty and that penalty and and it's just not fun. Like if I wanted to race like real life, I'd buy a car.
Yeah.
I want to come out here, have some fun, hang out with some good people, some good racers, and found a good league for all that.
Well, thank you. That means a ton right there, and it could very well make me change my mind before we get to the end of the season, Bert.
And I mean, if it comes down to it, I just might have to buy some freaking yoga pants if it keeps you in the booth.
Oh my goodness,
You know,
that's a bribe right there.
I'll be honest with you. If a few of them sold, I might have to rethink decisions at the end of the season. Honestly, but I mean, we got the giveaway we want to do and stuff like that. But we got to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we got 9 races left to do that. So we're just it's in a wait and see mode on everything. But Bert, thank you, man, for everything, and congrats on that second place finish.
Thanks. It was kind of a cheap one today, but I'll take it.
DMS, you got anything you want to add to Bert?
No, just a great job.
Were you out there on the track, DMS? I didn't.
Yeah, well, I was. But
you got one smoking?
It's a
when all of you guys decided to show up instead of calling in sick, I felt bad, and I forgot my glasses, and the pit wall came up a lot quicker than I thought it was, and I could have stayed out, but in all honesty, I couldn't. There was nowhere I could keep pace, and so I was just in the way. So I call it quits.
Yeah, it's a whole new ball game without a quick repair.
Yep.
You're definitely right about that. How do you like that, by the way? I haven't asked any other driver how they felt about it, but how do you feel about that?
I like it because, you race around everybody, you know who races what way. I'm not, calling anybody out or saying anybody sucks or anything like that.
Right.
You just know how people race. So once you know that, you can stay pretty clean. Plus, I've been pulling the Glenn qualifying model, start in the back and let everybody destroy themselves and win the race.
It works. I mean, what else could you say? There's definitely a good method to that. Bert,
I think the tire rule, the no fast repair, a little bit more fuel, all that. I really am enjoying all that. Makes it more of a strategic race than just burning the tires off, go getting a new set and doing it again.
That's exactly what we were thinking when we elected to do all that, and I appreciate your input on that. And it makes me feel a lot better that some of the changes we've made have been the correct ones.
Now, if you could just drop the horsepower on the Chevys and the Tundras to 90%, that'd be awesome.
now I think he's lobbying a little too far there, DMS. But
yeah, all right, I'll draw the line there.
We don't expect nothing less from the drivers. You know that.
Right on.
You got to get what you can. All right, Bird. Have a good night, man.
All right, you too.
I'll be right back, Bird.
All right, DMS. I got to remember how to move people. He moved himself. So we get our third place driver up here. Todd Cleveland, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Vern?
DMS is here too, but he's kind of absent right now. So
he's absent right now. I'm just kind of glad I get to finally come up and talk to you for once.
Yeah, it's good to have you in here. I know you chatted up in the YouTube with us sometimes, and we appreciate the heck out of that. But now we got you in the booth, feller. You're on the podium tonight.
It's been a rough season this week, this year. So I'm finally glad to come up and talk to you.
Let me ask you a question though. On that last caution flag, if you would have went back down pit road and topped off, how do you think things might have been different?
I think I would have won the race if I did.
So my next question is, why didn't you?
because I wasn't paying attention. As soon as I seen the others go down pit road, I'm like, shit, I should have done the same thing. But
yeah,
I was only a lap short. I made it work. So.
Yeah, I mean, you fell not even a lap short.
Todd. I was gonna say not even a lap.
Not even really.
Yeah,
I think it was like 0.2. I think is what I was short.
Yeah, I mean, you were still able to coast home on the podium.
Yeah, it cut out. It cut out coming out of 4.
And I'm not gonna lie, that right there was impressive by itself.
Yeah, me and Dakota were in the same boat. We both were trying to make our fuel last, so I pretty much took off, tried to put a lot of distance between me and him, and that way I had room to back it down a little bit towards the end of the race. So,
well,
it worked out.
May have possibly been some of the best coasting we've ever seen.
I was clutching the heck out of it the last 3 or 4 laps there.
We could hear the motor.
Yeah, I figured you were in the cockpit with me. So
Yeah, we could definitely hear it. I could hear it just on the regular camera view when you shut it off. I'm
Could you?
like, he's cutting it off.
Yep, I'm saving every fume I could.
Well, I mean, you had. Did you think there was a point you could save enough? I think that's what I'm going for there.
I really thought I could, and then it
Gotcha.
come up to about four laps left. I'm like, crap, I'm short. There
Yeah,
wasn't nothing I could do about it then. So
I have a counter on the
yeah,
overlays I use, so I know how many laps you've been on the stint. And I'm
Right.
looking, and I math it out, and I'm like, "Oh, that feller's trying to stretch it to 26."
Yep. Yep, I was stretching it
And you,
as far as I could.
man, I'll tell you, after you guys took the white flag, though, you can hear it in the broadcast. I told DMS, I'm like, I think he might pull it off.
I thought I did, and I left it wide open in 1 and 2, and I don't know if I would have clutched it in 1 and 2, I might have made it to the finish line. I'm
Oh,
not
you
sure,
burnt that
but-
extra little bit of fuel you needed.
Yep. As soon as I got the white flag, I left the hammer down. But
So it ran out on the back straightaway.
it ran
On
out.
turn 4.
I think it ran out going into 3 or off of 4. I
And
can't
3 or off of 4. Gotcha.
Yeah, I was watching, and because my question for you is that, you're going into turn 4, and as you're coming up in turn 4, knowing you're going to win the race, and then all of a sudden hearing,
remember. It shuts down. It's just like, gosh, dang it.
Worst damn feelings in the world. You're
Yeah,
just trying to
It
grab.
was.
You're trying to grab the clutch real quick and coast it for what you could get.
Yep, that's right. And then Chuck come flying up. I hollered at him, let him know I was out of fuel, so he didn't rear end the hell out of me.
Reminds me of an Atlanta money race in the Xfinity car I was in one time, and I won that sumbitch on fuel mileage. And I ran out on the back straightaway, but I had a big enough lead that I just coasted around.
Just coasted it all the way.
Yep, sure did.
I knew it was going to be really close, but hey, I got a top 3, so I'm happy.
There you go, and we got you on a different side of the booth now. I mean,
That's right.
Before it's always in the chat. You chat it up, and we appreciate the hell out of that. Love shooting the crap with you on there, but now we got you in here where you can do a little bit of shooting the crap with us in the booth, but there's no nation.
That's right. He's not even here to make fun of him.
No, but he did it right and give us a camera view.
Well, that's good. So,
But man, what a race, Todd. DMS, you got anything you want to add? Anything else for Todd here?
no, I am gonna take some lessons, because I'm always trying to coast through life, and that was, that was pretty good.
You got to be a coasting professional, DMS.
I just fly by the seat of my pants.
That's right.
I get lucky every now and again.
That's right. So that man, top 3, and I'll get the points updated for you pretty quick there. And
Awesome.
congrats on the podium finish and for giving us really giving us an exciting finish too.
Yeah, it's a little bit of entertainment. So
Absolutely, man. We can't do without that for sure. But
that's right. So
I'm proud of you for it, and I kind of wish you'd had enough to make it off of 4 there.
me too. Would have been my first win, but there'll be another race.
There. I mean, every week, right?
That's right.
So, Todd, thanks a lot, buddy. Congrats on the top 3, and hopefully we'll get you in the booth here again pretty soon.
I hope so too. So
Well, we can get you in the booth anytime you want to come in the
Anytime.
Discord when you're shooting, not racing. You can always welcome to come in here with us and talk.
pop in and shoot the shit with you guys sometime. So
That's right, man. All right, have a good night, buddy.
all right, thanks, Vern.
So,
Yeah, it
Todd,
looks like Rick's still down there.
yeah, we're going to drag him up here because I think he is the
Driver of the day.
he's down in Evolution talking to those guys. Move him up here. Just Rick, driver of the 10 truck. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh,
What's going on, Rick?
man, you talk about heartbreak right there. Tell us about it.
Well, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and run my fucking gums. I know whatever was happening on track, I guess it is whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But I think that move was piss poor, being 5 laps behind and fucking locking the fucking brakes up in front of the both of us. I think he fucked more than just Richard and I. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and run McCauley into the ground. I like the fucking guy, but slightly pissed right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that in a broadcast booth, and that's about 90% of the reason, probably 99, that I'm done after this season.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we're playing a game. We're here to have fun, and I'd like to continue to do that, Vern.
I would too, Rick,
And
but
I
the problem
appreciate
is...
you for doing what you do, and I appreciate all the time that you spend doing this shit, because you don't have to do any of it, dude.
No.
So thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the fans at home. Love you guys, but I'm fucking out of here before I say something I don't need to say.
I don't blame you. Thanks, Rick. Driver of the day, though, and great race.
I
for you
appreciate
tonight.
it. Thank you guys for supporting me as much as you do. I know we have a lot of fun with Hal, and I'm here to enjoy his company, is what it is. I like Hal quite a bit, and I have a lot of respect for him and what he's done as an individual, and I appreciate him as much as I do you too, Vern, for help trying to keep this thing going, and hopefully we can figure out what's up. So we'll go from there.
We appreciate it, Rick, man, and congrats on the driver of the day.
Thank you, Vern. Appreciate it.
All righty. Have a good night.
You too, bud.
DMS says, huh. Kind of wasn't expecting that. But
Yeah, congratulations on driver of the day. Tell us, your feelings about. No, yeah, you know what? Let's just skip to Mama D and spandex fans. I mean,
yeah.
or Nation and UFOs.
Well, that's the one thing that we don't have in the booth is a filter, and sometimes somebody's just going to say what's on their mind, is the way I
Yep.
look at it. And that's all part of being a competitor on the racetrack.
Amen.
It really is, but I can tell you after 11 seasons, a guy's had enough of it. That's just where I'm at, DMS. I've been sim racing for longer than my kids have been alive, and I don't. If it's not fun, there's no reason for me to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we just got to make it fun.
That's the problem.
We got to figure it out, make it fun. That's all it is.
I've tried many times, and I really have, and I'm like, just don't put no pressure on me during the season or no stress after these are over with, because I do this 3 nights a week, and I really don't want to hear no shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm hearing it, and I'm not going to do it again. That's just where I'm at. I almost quit and not finish the season. I don't get paid to do it. I've done this out of I've done it for the guys, for the drivers.
Yeah.
But if I can't get enough respect from that and the admins can't, then it's not worth me doing it.
Oh, I hear you.
And Nation's already quit. I know he don't want to do the stuff anymore, and him and I did it together, and I'm done. I can't do it no more. I'm gonna finish this season, and I'm out.
Well,
but that's where I'm at. So maybe we can pick up another broadcaster for next season. We'll talk about that stuff later on. But I'm gonna go back to using my racing rig and not this one.
There you go.
I mean, it sits over there and don't even get turned on no more. And the more I think about it, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end the bullshit, but we're gonna keep bullshit until the end of season 11.
Well, I'm there for you. So.
I appreciate. I do want you guys to know that I appreciate each and every one at WFO Racing. I really do, and that we started from nothing. Hal and I did, and we were able to really build a great league. And I'm appreciative of that. Appreciate everything that Nation has done. I mean, he's done all the pretty pictures on the overlays.
Yeah.
And he's always been there for me in the booth most of the time, and used to be more. I mean, he used to make it a lot more than he has been, and I think he's just kind of burnt out on it too, DMS.
I got you. It happens.
It does, and it's the hardest thing to get past. I've been burnt out on it for a few seasons now, and I can't overcome it. And I've quit before, said this is it, but this time I'm pretty sure that it is.
Well, we just got to get a fresh set of legs in the booth and let you get back out there on the track. And
That might work. I mean, that might be the answer.
There's all kinds of different things. I mean, I don't want to see WFO racing going anywhere, and I don't want to see you guys go anywhere and stuff like that. And who knows what the future will bring, but maybe we just need to get some fresh people, up in the booth so that you're able to just go out and enjoy racing again.
I think that helped. I mean, looking at back from this season to last season and the season before, I think being able to get in a car one night a week helped me.
There you go.
And I think it was able to make me continue on, but 2 nights a week, I can't do it.
I mean, I have no idea who you'd get for the booth, but
I don't either. If you got any ideas, you can always toss them to me, DMS. If you know what I mean. I know a guy that'd be
these fans that you guys have collected together, they don't want to hear me every week. Come on now.
I call horse shit on that. I think they do want to hear you.
I mean, I'm a different. I mean, you put me in charge of something, man, I'm going to call somebody out on the track. That's the thing. That's the problem. I'm going to be like, oh, that was a horse shit move.
Well,
or whatever,
You'll find a way as when you're commentating and doing that to look past it. you do that. It's the thing that I've always had to do.
I think I'd be more of a Michael Waltrip. Like, what the hell was he thinking? That just don't make no sense whatsoever.
I think that's what we need. I think that's exactly what we need. DMS, I can't.
30 some years of driving racing, and I ain't never seen that before. I don't know what that boy was thinking.
I think that's probably what we need. A little bit more of that, and I don't know, man. It's been a long time, and it's stuff that I don't want to deal with anymore.
Well, my biggest thing is that we already know I can't race worth a shit. So I mean,
well, we know you can commentate good, so
yeah. Well, we'll see.
Well, we will, and I mean that's definitely something that I would be willing to share more of the iRacing information to you this season. But we'll talk.
Well, maybe
we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll park the truck.
But I want to see you race too, because I don't want you to get in the booth and get burned out like I did.
Well, I do this for a living. This is what I do for a living. 6 days a week or 5 days a week. So 2 different platforms. I mean, it ain't nothing but a thing for me. So
right, and for me, I don't, and I have to do something else, and then the rest of life gets in the way, and I have to put stuff off and put stuff to the side because I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I will talk to you about it. And if it's something that you want to do, man, I would be. You don't know how excited I would be to put you in the booth.
Well, like I said, I think the biggest thing is that it'd be up to the fans. I mean, they're the ones that have to come in they're the ones that have to come in and listen to me every week. You know what I mean?
Well, you can do it, DMS. Diana is in there right now saying that in the chat, and I'm pretty sure that everybody would agree with me on it. But I mean, you're a hell of a commentator. Period.
Well, we got to get up to date. Like maybe being live would be good. Maybe having the backdrop. But like I said, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll definitely get it. We'll definitely figure some stuff out for sure, and we'll talk about it more. I'm updating points now, and I've got a lot on my mind, so I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in tonight, and be sure to tune in tomorrow night when the Wicked Wednesday Xfinity Series heads back to Texas Motor Speedway.
God bless all of you. Thank you for coming in tonight, and have a wonderful